Hello, I'm Gopal Krishna Parameshwar. I have over 36 years of experience in the civil and allied fields, and I have worked on prestigious projects, including many palaces for the ruler of Oman and the rulers of Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And in addition to that, I have also worked on multiple five-star and high specialty hotels. And also, in addition to this, I have done a 45-story building, which remains the tallest in South India. I am also the ideator of OneSource Karma Yoga and the Karma Yoga app. That's about myself. Well, as I said, we had this chance meeting with Mr. Veeraraghavan, and we both were on the same point regarding the double Q problem, the problem of both quality and quantity of construction tradesmen. We had both faced enormous problems in our separate journeys along the construction industry. So we decided to address both these problems. For the quality problem, we decided that we would hire a German master craftsman. These are people who undergo formal training both in technical aspects as well as in practical aspects of construction trades. We said we would employ a person of this nature who would train tradesmen who would go on further to train our construction teams, construction tradesmen to get their quality right. Once that was out of the way, we had to think about how to solve the problem of the quantum of labor. Most of you would be aware that most projects in the country suffer from a shortage of labor, and there are huge cost and time overruns just because we cannot staff the project correctly. At the same time, we have a reverse problem where there are labor who cannot find jobs even when they want to. So we realized the problem was that there was no platform where construction jobs and construction tradesmen availability could be matched. Having dabbled a bit in the trade, that's our equity trade markets, I realized that we could use the technology used in the stock market and match labors as well as job requirement. So we decided to implement a software, and we decided to call it the Karma Yoga app. Well, so we set up this company, OneSource Karma Yoga, to address the quality and quantity requirements of tradesmen and construction jobs. So what Karma Yoga does is, it has an app which is available to every single person in the country, and meaningful, obviously, to tradesmen. It is also available to every single construction site for their labor requirements, to post their labor requirements. So we have an app which matches the construction labor requirements with the construction tradesmen available for the job. Karma Yoga also has the training wing, which is headed by Mr. Thorsten Voigt, a German master craftsman, who will impart training to the highest quality levels for all construction trades. Well, one of the important things is that the construction trade is fragmented and totally informal. There are training courses, but most tradesmen actually take this up by practice. They observe others doing it and then they work on this. This obviously leads to a very huge impact on the quality. So we have hired Mr. Thorsten Voigt, as I mentioned earlier, to train our trainers who will spread out far and wide to teach our tradesmen on how to do their trade to the proper international standard. We aim to do this incrementally by teaching them a little bit at a time so that these people can absorb the knowledge and over time pick themselves up and become equivalent or equal to the best tradesmen in the world. Well, the app had to address certain issues at its core. One of the first things was that it was to be accessible to just about anybody. We understood that most tradesmen would not have the latest or high-end smartphones, but would have access to smartphones at low prices. So we had to address that. We had to address that this reached every single person who wanted to actually get themselves on the app. And we also wanted to make it very simple and easy to use. See, because most of these were tradesmen and you couldn't expect them to navigate through a very complicated set of rules and patterns. So our app was extremely simple. Rather, I should say, is extremely simple, and you just need 4 clicks once you're registered to post your requirements. When I say post your requirements, you could be posting for a job in your trade, or you could be posting to hire more people in case you're running short of tradesmen. So our app uses the latest technologies. It's just 4 clicks and the matching happens automatically, and therefore cuts through all the clutter and cuts away all the time spent traditionally in trying to resource tradesmen. Oh, well, we have very grand ambitions for Karma Yoga. Currently, as per our knowledge and from the press, we understand there are 8 crore construction tradesmen who are working across various facets of the construction and infrastructure industry. And we believe with the focus of the government on infrastructure spending to sort of push up growth, this will only increase as it goes along. So we believe there is a huge market which would probably go to 10 to 12 crores, and we are looking at capturing at least 25% of this. We also know that as new people come into the field, as youngsters come into the field, we are encouraging them to join up and take up construction trade, because we hope to formalize the trade and make it interesting for them and financially viable to take this as a mode of earnings. So that's why we see Karma Yoga in the next few years catering to at least 2 to 3 crores of people and finding them suitable employment.